Hello and welcome to the weekly Kashmir University Video Digest Quest. First, a look at the highlights. CCAS organizes week-long festival on cultural heritage. Admissions for the supplementary shift closes. And we also have some important notifications of the university. Now the details with your host Nasir Ahmed. The Center of Central Asian Studies is organizing a week-long festival on cultural heritage of Iran and Kashmir. The festival is organized in collaboration with Iran Culture House in New Delhi. The inaugural function was held at CCAS Conference Hall. Cultural Counselor of Iran Culture House, Dr. Ali Dehghani said that there is a correlation between the two regions which goes beyond the Persian language.
If you go to the historical monument, you will see the inscription of the Persian in different parts of this realm. So it shows the correlation and cooperation between the two nations is rooted in the history and in the old time. Kashmir also is very interesting for the Persian, because if you go to the books, different divan of the poets, you will see many poems regarding the Kashmir. When Mirza Ali Hamedani migrated from Iran and came from Iran, from Hamadan, with 700 disciples, brought different kind of the art and handicrafts.
He advised audience that they should try to convey the true message of Islam before the world.
Message is this toleration, message is that respect to the people. That is given by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And this is a true concept of Islam. We all believe to the one God, we all believe to the one Prophet. So we should respect to different sects of the Islam.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Khurshid Iqbal Andrabi, in his speech asserted that Islam has never been intolerant against cultural identity.
Islamic traditions have never been intolerant toward cultures, excepting, of course, if the culture comes face to face with the fundamentals of Islam. Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's period tells us that there were many small tolerances exhibited when some tribe actually had long hair. Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked them that they can have that. So Islam has not been intolerant toward cross-cultural identity, and for that matter, even tribal identity. If the culture comes in conflict with Quran, then it's a matter of concern. Otherwise, Islam generally was spread because it had that inherent ability to have appeal across cultures.
Professor Andrabi said that in order to study the heritage, one should have an intellectual argument benefit of prejudice.
We are supposed to learn many things without necessarily being ardent fans of these things and imbibing it into our traditions, imbibing it into our lifestyle. We are still at liberty to study. In my opinion, it's a weakness that we have to take recourse from religion, we have to take recourse from to justify what we are doing, as if otherwise we are falling short of arguments to justify what we are doing. And the same happens to Islam. It basically is a very poor understanding on our part that what Islam is, that we always take recourse to science. Tomorrow a scientist comes and says that the tradition you are following, your Islamic tradition, is not in accordance with science, so would my belief go away? That is not the way we basically have to deal with what we study as an education, as part of education, versus what we study, what we are supposed to study as part of our faith.
Curator cum Assistant Professor Dr. Muhammad Ajmal Shah deliberated the importance of World Heritage Day.
ICOMOS makes a number of suggestions on how to celebrate World Heritage Day, including visits to monuments and sites, museum exhibitions for public awareness, special awareness-raising activities among school children and youth. World Heritage is a wonderful reminder of our rich past. It's our duty to protect the heritage and offer it to the coming generations.
Later speaking to the Quest team, Director CCAS Professor J.N. Khaki said that Kashmir's ties with Iran are age-old, and this is why Kashmir is also known as Irani Saghir.
Whatever we have in the name of tangible heritage, in the name of intangible heritage, that had come from Iran to Kashmir. It had not come from any other part, or from Middle East or from direct Saudi Arabia. Never. Islam had reached to nook and corner of the world through different countries. But Kashmir is perhaps the only country where Islam had been, for its expansion, for its propagation, for its consolidation. The efforts of the scholars of Iran cannot be underestimated. So Hazrat Amir Kabir Mir Sayyid Ahmadani Rahmatullahi Allah came to Kashmir not only for the propagation of Islam, for the introduction of the arts and crafts, to be introduced to the newly, a community that is going to a new phase of life, that is the religion of Islam.
He thanked the Iran Culture House for providing them artifacts and manuscripts for the CCAS museum.
Our museum has been kept open for scholars and for all visitors, and we are grateful to the Iran Cultural House, Islamic Republic of Iran at New Delhi, that have been so kind and compassionate by favoring us with some significant artifacts and most of the manuscripts and some grandeur type of work that has been conducted by Iranian scholars. And that is presently with us in the Central Asian Museum, and that is open for all the public. And we are sure in the coming 7 days, we will expect a good number of visitors from the schools, from the colleges, from those who are art lovers, who have any type of interest in the artifacts of states or countries. And we are expecting that they will be with us in the museum to look at it and to then identify the civilizational glory and the grandeur and the versatility of a civilization, especially of Iran, with which Kashmir had maintained long relations.
An exhibition of rare manuscripts and artifacts was also held on the occasion. Dear viewers, the final counseling session for the students of supplementary classes ended. The university's initiative of starting supplementary classes to accommodate more students has seen an unprecedented rush of aspirants. In this connection, various counseling sessions were held for the students to help them choose subjects of their choice based on merit.
Candidates were applied for MA Economics with the subject Economics with a merit of 13 and above. It's self-explanatory.
The Quest team talked to the convener admissions Professor Irshad Ahmed Nauchu, and he said that an overwhelming rush of students applied for the supplementary shift.
I, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Kashmir, welcome all the newcomers for the session 2016 and 17. For the first time this year, we have been able to start the admission process and complete the admission process within the stipulated time. The session will start in time so that all the semesters, that is first and second, will be completed in time. For the main shift, that is the morning session, we had about 35,000 applicants, out of which 33 appeared in the entrance, and out of that 33,000 students, about 2,500 were selected for the main campus as well as affiliated colleges and North and South campus. Apart from that, we had a self-sponsored quota in different departments, that is referred to as payment seats. For that, around 2,100 students applied, and out of those, almost 400 have been selected. That is where they are sponsoring their career on their own, and they have been able to be selected because of the merit as well as whatever the compulsion in that category was.
Professor Nauchu said that the idea of starting supplementary shift was to accommodate those students who cannot afford to pursue higher education outside the state.
This year we had opted for supplementary session. This was practiced for the first time in the Valley of Kashmir to avoid the loss of students to the other universities outside J&K, for which it was decided that let us float different departments courses wherein students can be actually taught the desired subjects after 2 p.m. and they can in turn be able to complete the PG courses in the Valley of Kashmir itself.
The convener admissions said that a huge number of students responded positively for this supplementary shift, which is a healthy sign.
For a supplementary session, the response was huge, not only from the students but also parents, because majority of the parents were actually trying to explain to us that the students had to visit outside the valley, and there they had no proper suitable accommodation to stay in, as well as they had to actually feel uncomfortable because of the conditions of not only climate as well as whatever competition they face there. In this university, for the first time, we have seen that almost 7,500 candidates applied, and after those, around 1,300 have been selected. And the response was suitable not only in the subjects that they were desiring, but some students applied for 3 or 4 subjects together to be selected for these supplementary sessions.
Professor Nauchu told the CCAS team that this year the university adopted a dynamic method in selection process.
Instead of issuing waiting lists in rows, we created what was referred to as a counseling session, where after the completion of admission formalities on the basis of first selection list, we call the students who are keen to join, and on the basis of merit as well as discussions, try to complete the admission formalities in time. That helps us in 2 ways. One, we are not to issue many lists, and second, the academic session in almost all the departments and subjects was started simultaneously. That was in turn fulfilling whatever the desired plans of completing a particular semester and a particular duration was planned, and hopefully this year, first and second semester will be completed in suitable duration, so that next year we will have no problems in terms of completing the postgraduate degrees in different subjects.
The CCAS team also talked to a few students who have opted for this supplementary shift.
मेरा ड्रीम था कि मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में मैं आऊँ, तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली फर्स्ट शिफ्ट में मेरा नहीं हुआ, तो ये शिफ्ट मेरे लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि मैं यहाँ आऊँ, अपना ड्रीम फुलफिल करूँ, तो ये अच्छा है.
ये सेकंड शिफ्ट हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा, ये हमें एक अच्छा मौका मिला है, क्योंकि अगर यहाँ पे ये मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट ही रहा तो हम यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट नहीं होते, हमें बाहर जाना पड़ता.
जब हमने एंट्रेंस दिया तो सिलेक्शन तो हम फर्स्ट शिफ्ट में ही चाहते थे, लेकिन फिर सेकंड शिफ्ट में आ गए, तो हमें इसमें भी खुशी है कि सेकंड शिफ्ट में आ गए, बाहर नहीं जाना पड़ेगा, यहाँ अपनी ही यूनिवर्सिटी में मतलब एडमिशन मिल गया, खुशी की बात.
और मैं अपने सारे दोस्तों को ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि वो भी इस शिफ्ट में आ जाए और बार बार यहाँ पर सिलेक्शन लिस्ट निकलते हैं, वो रिकमेंड करें.
There were criticism about the second shift, but where we have taken lectures from sirs, and we see there's nothing bias we get. Every facility that has been provided to the first shift, we had get that, and everything that the first shift get it, we are taking that.
The students exuded that this step of the university has not only saved their educational careers, but will also save a lot of capital.
मैंने ऐसे लड़के देखे हैं कि उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा टैलेंट होता है, बट बिकॉज ऑफ द इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम की जो यहाँ पे हो रहा है, मतलब कि बाहर जाने के लिए पैसे नहीं होते, यहाँ इतना मैनेज या 50,000 रुपीज़ मैनेज करना ये तो आसान बात नहीं, एक मजदूर पेश के लिए ये आसान नहीं होता है, तो इस वजह से मतलब कि उनका कैरियर जो बर्बाद होता जा रहा है. तो आज जो यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कश्मीर ने ये कहा, मतलब कि एक नया प्रोसीजर निकाला है कि 25,000 जो यहाँ पे हमें भर देने हैं, तो मुझे लग रहा है कि ये कश्मीरी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, और ये कोई गलत सेटअप नहीं है, ये कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी का बहुत बढ़िया सेटअप है.
अगर हम सेकंड शिफ्ट के लिए यहाँ नहीं होता तो हमें बाहर जाना था, वहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा खर्चा होता है, आपको पता ही है, और उसके अलावा यहाँ हमें 50,000 तक हमारा खर्चा आएगा पूरा, और हमारी पीजी भी कंप्लीट हो जाएगी, और उसके अलावा हमारा एटमॉस्फेयर अपना है.
यहाँ पे हमें ज़्यादा पैसों की प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं होती है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमें 40-50 हज़ार रुपये में डिग्रियाँ मिलती है. अगर हम बाहर जाते किसी दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटी में, वहाँ पे हमें 2-3 लाख में डिग्रियाँ मिलती, इसलिए यहाँ ये जो सेकंड शिफ्ट हुआ ये बहुत अच्छा.
One of the parents, while talking to the CCAS team, appreciated the university administration for taking this bold step.
Every positive setup starts with a negative advertisement. Same is the case with the second shift. Who has calculated the results of the second shift? It is a bold step of the administration of the Kashmir University, for which they are to be congratulated, because almost 50% of the students will be accommodated in the second shift.
Utility and progressive nature of things on the basis of reason, logic, rationality, observation, scientific temper and all that.
And all the journals are listed under one database or under one source, and we call the source as DOS, Directory of
their achievements. We have brought an end to the class conflict.
Compassion deals with him. Finally, the problem is solved. Finally, the problem with client is solved. Because then client trusts him, otherwise he can't trust him.
Yeah, because he uses the word longing to give audience drizzle. Because I cannot see any audience. I long to. The sky is longing for audience.
Some faculty members from various departments also hailed this initiative and said such things will make the university academically exuberant.
We started the second shift in 2012. Professor M.A. Vani, who is presently Dean Academic Affairs, he was the head of the department at that time, and it was basically his initiative that we started the second shift. And so far we completed the 3 batches. The 4th batch is going on, and we have already started the admission process for the 5th one. So far, Alhamdulillah, it's good. I mean, we have made it, because there was something in the mind of the people. Maybe it may not work, it may be a failure or like that. From the last 2 years particularly, if not in the beginning, but from last 2 years, we are seeing that the response of the students is very good. And I would like to share that in the last batch, the first 3 toppers, they are not from the main shift, rather they are from the supplementary shift.
They felt it will have a positive impact not only on the society but the university as well.
In the past, we have a bad experience that most of the students who could not get admission in the Kashmir University, they were not in a position to get admission in the good institutes. They have come up with a good percentage, but when it comes to the merit, they are very poor in that. But now when the university is providing them an opportunity, I think we should be highly thankful to our Vice Chancellor, who have taken this bold step to start the second shift, not in a one department, but almost in every department of the university. So this is an opportunity. And one more thing, it does not make a sense that a student who could not make it in the entrance does not mean he is not capable. But now, since university have provided them an opportunity, especially in our case, we are in a peripheral area, so we do not have much opportunities here. So the university have taken this step, and it is good.
Now, some important notifications of the university. The classes of supplementary session have commenced from April 18, and students who have enrolled for the same are advised to attend the classes on a regular basis. The last date fixed for the receipt of application forms for admission to BBA, BCA, BSc IT and BA in Journalism and Mass Communication course in various private colleges of Kashmir division affiliated with the University of Kashmir has been extended until 25th of April. The provisional list of candidates selected for various courses for the satellite campus of Kargil is available on the university website. To know more about this notification, log on to kashmiruniversity.ac.in or uok.edu.in. With this, we come to the end of today's program. In case you have missed some part of the program, log on to emmrckashmir.com where you can watch whole episode. Send us your suggestions at our email address quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take your leave, here are a few words of wisdom. All value is first constituted by a theoretical subject.